when it comes down to like why does CSS do the work that it does, it comes down to helping individuals stabilize.
Out of the homeless people that we've seen, especially the ones who say, yes, I want to put my life together, most of them are decent human beings who have fallen on really hard times.
Our job is to really bring life back into people so they feel empowered to make the changes in their life that they want to make to improve their life situation.
And what that requires on our part is some compassion. You listen to people, you look them in the eyes, you listen to their story.
My story. I sold my house to take care of my parents as they passed, which left me, when my mom passed a few months after my dad, without a place to go, no job.
Transitioning out of the military, I came back and helped out some family, and I just kind of got stuck into a rut.
My sister's son took the house and threw me out in the street, and oh God.
I served for 2 years active duty in the U.S. Navy. Like I said, I've definitely had problems in the past. I don't even know where to start there. But I've slept rough. I've lived under bridges. I have health problems. I have, for lack of a better term, emotional difficulties.
I ran out of funds and I couldn't keep going, and it was a slippery slope right down to the bottom, and been there for the last few years.
They had taken everything I owned, basically, and all of the cash I had on hand.
I ended up having a seizure, and somebody called the ambulance, and they came and got me, and I was in the hospital for 3 or 4 days, and then back out on the street, which wasn't fun. It was even more scary then, because I didn't know what was going to happen after that.
This happens on and on, over and over again. People who come to us with remarkable stories about the hardships in their life and how they've been trying to pull themselves back together again.
What makes our program really unique is our service team. Our service team is made up of 3 roles. The first is our peer support workers, who work one-on-one with our residents in a role of support and care. Our camp facilitators come in once a week to each of our sites and facilitate a group meeting. They really have their eye on the health of the community as a whole. And our service navigators work with our residents to connect them with services in our community.
So a couple days after being here, they asked me to help out with the shower program. I did that, and then I became paid staff working the showers. And as the shower program kind of wrapped up, they brought me on as peer support. And now I work in the camps with people who are in the situation I was in, a year ago.
Once I got into CSS, I got put over at Roosevelt to the homeless camp, and it took me a while to get used to it. I pretty much stayed with my little A-frame. I stayed in there most of the time until I finally started getting used to the people there, and then I started interacting with people that were there, and I made some really good friends.
The one thing I did do that my peer support specialist helped me with was get counseling through the vet center, and I did that on a regular basis up until very recently. They were a lot of help. I made some good friends while I was there. 2 or 3 of the guys from the camp. A little more than a week ago, they gave me a call to come in this past Monday to do paperwork, and it ended up being my lease for this this apartment, and they gave me my keys, and it was really pleasant surprise. It's taken me a couple of years to get to this point. I'm really hoping I can make it work this time. I'm really hoping to find a way to maintain a degree of independence now.
Pretty quickly after I got into CSS, I got hired on with a local gas station, and I don't think I would have been able to keep that job or that position and been promoted up to manager positions pretty quickly after without having a place to go home, clean up, be able to get a good night's sleep, and actually get to work on time. Like, this program it made things considerably easier to be able to reorganize my life.
Wow, we have helped another person, help change their lives and the direction that their lives are going. And so that one-on-one care is really, really important.
So when somebody moves into one of our camps, they're joining a community for up to a year. And for many people, they are seen, they're heard, and they're appreciated in a way that they haven't been before. And that in and of itself is healing.
So I hope I just illustrated that there's a lot more involved in this than just putting up a hut and putting somebody in. The reason why the city came to us was like, we want to replicate your program.
Yeah, I think the thing that made me really want to donate to CSS was the power of Faye and Eric's just feeling of love and caring, and then when I actually saw the safe spot sites, they were so incredibly practical, and looking at every aspect of, okay, you have the concrete thing about housing, then you have the whole thing about community and people caring about each other, and also not just like randomly caring, but following these kind of system that Eric and Faye had figured out about how to have people be able to support each other, and so it's a very radical kind of outside the box approach, which as an artist really appeals to me.
I mean, in the beginning, it really just felt like the right thing to do. I actually didn't think that we would get this far. I thought we would build a few huts in the beginning. I didn't think that we were going to be building hundreds of huts and building a whole social program. I had no idea that was going to happen.
Oh, what's going on today? It's a little celebration of the conclusion of an enormous project that began last fall and has culminated in the building of 92 Conestoga huts throughout 5.5 camps. Each one that'll be 6 little communities for people who are in transitional points in their life who need shelter and a helping hand and a little boost toward moving on to a better life, a more productive and happier life.
Committed donors make this happen for us. Donors are our stakeholders. They give to CSS because CSS is helping to create the world that they want to see.
So communities from around the country and even around the world contact us because they see what we're doing and they see that it works and they want to replicate our program in their communities. So some of our energy for the future is going to be focused on consulting with these communities and supporting them in setting up similar programs. And we're really excited about that direction.
The idea of homelessness could be a thing of the past,